You're now live, it says in my studio. So I started the countdown clock. You can see it's still light outside. The days are starting to get longer. And the current time is 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. And we're going live today on Facebook, on my page, on the live video page. We're live on YouTube. If you're watching in either of those places, please do say hello. If you comment, then I can show your comments on screen because we have the snake with us today. So I'm just going to go preview on my iPad and I can go live on Amazon Live. So that's that connected. So everything is going according to plan. And first item we're going to talk about today is the Logitech Brio. I'm just waiting for the clock to finish and then I will appear in 3, 2, 1. Hello. And welcome to today's broadcast on Amazon Live, Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching live, I want to say a big thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you. We're going to be talking about the lights, camera and action, as we can see there. Okay. And back to me. And we are live on YouTube because the Stream Elements bot is running. Everything is in order. And somebody's actually watching me. And watching me on Amazon Live. Welcome to the live broadcast today, where we're going to be talking about lights and camera and action and everything to do with live broadcasting. Introductions, I suppose better start here. So welcome to Broadcast with Stephen, live from England. I'm fortunate. I'm one of 6 broadcasters from England on Amazon Live. I also have friends from Portugal, Marco Novo, from Australia, Adair Palmer, from South Africa, Brigitte Limbanda. So there's a team of us who have broadcast together over the years, and we finally arrived on Amazon Live, and we're all grateful to be here. Okay, so the show is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healy. And again, thank you for joining me. If I go over to Amazon Live, I should be able to say hello. Let's say hello officially. Okay, so I've said hello on Amazon Live, which means that in a second or two, if everything's working, I should be able to show it on screen. So hello and welcome to this live broadcast. Now, the first thing is, if you comment whilst I'm live, then I can show your comment on screen. If you've got a question, I can show your question on screen and do my utmost to actually answer it. The other thing is that if you actually comment, then you will go here. And here is, to wait for it, yep, it's arriving over there. You can see the snake and you can see that I'm leading the snake, followed by the bot from YouTube. Now, if you actually comment, then you will go to the head of the snake. And down the road, at some point, we'll start using that for rewards. But for the moment, it's just for fun. So I best explain that it's just for fun. And we see new people arriving all the time. So welcome to the broadcast with Stephen, live from England. Okay, now, by now, I've actually got in my studio, I go here, this should work. No, I don't want to share screen. I just want to go here and here. Just give me a second, set this up and go down here. And the first item we're going to talk about is the Logitech Brio Ultra 4K camera. And it's for conferencing and recording and for streaming. And I use it for streaming mainly. And I can take that off screen and put this on screen. So let's take myself off solo. Okay, and I'm going to switch my second camera off, go side by side. No, I'm going to switch this camera on. Okay, so I've got a camera. That's a good start. Okay, and the camera we're actually using is Logitech Brio down the carousel at 136.95. It is today Today it is 9% off. So you save 9% if you click the link in the carousel and you buy it today, or save it for later. Now, when you click a link, nothing happens other than you're taken to the Amazon page for the Brio, and you can find out more information. So you'll find written reviews, you'll find video reviews, and hopefully, if we go here, let me just test this and see if this is working. If I go here, then I'm just checking something out. Forgive me, we'll get going in a moment, but I just want to know something. So I've gone to the page, I've clicked the link in the carousel just as you would, and no, somebody else is there before me. Okay, I was hoping I should be live on the page, but I'm not live on the page because somebody is there before me. We'll test that again in a minute. Okay, so let's come back into the studio. See, when I show you an item, this video should appear on that page, but not always so. So I'll check that out later. But I do want to say thank you for watching me live. And if I hide everything and I go to the Brio, I can tell you all about the Brio. It is an Ultra 4K webcam. 4K is the future. If you get a 4K webcam now, you can record in 4K, you can broadcast in 4K, definitely to YouTube. You do need, if you're broadcasting live, then you need an upload speed of 20 megabits, bytes. So you need fast internet to actually use it in 4K. From your browser, you can use 1080 or 720, and that just simply works. But the thing is that the Brio has got a 4K lens, which improves the quality of the 1080 and the 720. And just to Ultra 4K HD. And this is important if you record content, if you're doing instructional materials or how-to videos, you can do them in 4K on your desktop, upload them to Vimeo, upload them to YouTube. It has a noise cancelling microphone, and this is important. If you're on Zoom or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Twitch and your dog barks, then the only person who's going to hear the dog is you, because you've got noise cancelling microphone. Auto light correction. If I switch my light off, then I'll go slightly darker. You can still see me because the camera, which is above me on my BenQ monitor, is actually compensating. So auto correction. Switch the light back on. Three elements. Oh, it's come to me. There are three elements important in live broadcasting. I've got some comments which I'll take in a second. Three elements important in live broadcasting. One is the camera, and we're looking at the Brio at the moment. Two is the sound. Now you're listening to a Blue Yeti microphone at the moment, and snake's growing. That's good. And three is the lighting. You've got to get the lighting right. Now I used the Logitech LitraGlow light, which you'll find down in the carousel. Okay, let's catch up with the comments. Okay, because I can show them in my studio, and there's a comment that's gone out onto Facebook, which is a link to the camera we're looking at, and it's gone out onto YouTube. So if you click the link, my affiliate link, then you can find out further information about the item we're looking at the moment, which is Logitech Brio camera. And Corinda is here. Corinda's a good friend. Corinda is saying, hey, Stephen. And correct. Corinda is actually watching on YouTube. We can see that. Okay. So Corinda, thank you for joining. Thank you for the comments. Right. So auto light correction. It's got a wide field of view. The Brio can see through 90 degrees. That's a 90-degree angle. The Brio can see through 90 degrees. That's its field of view. How wide can it see? Okay, next, just to emphasize this, it's 4 times resolution of a typical HD webcam. Most webcams are 1080 and 720. This is a true 4K, 3840 by 2160. The light adjustment we talked about a moment ago is called Right Light, and this camera has 3 fields of view. Okay. Now, I'm going to let you into a secret, because there's only us watching now, but I'm going to let you into a secret. This is not what I look like normally. I've prepared so I look like this on screen. And if I share the software, let's go over here and in a second, share the software. This one. Okay. And I come here. I can show you the software that actually controls Logitech cameras. Now, all you do is go to logitech.com and you search for Logitech Capture. And that's the piece of software. I'm going to go on my desktop. I'm going to use it now to actually show you how it works. Okay, but bear in mind that if you ain't got the software, you can't do this. So I'm going to bring it on screen. Okay, so this is the software. And then we're going to see me with the software. And the camera we can hide for the moment. Okay, so the software is at the side of me. I got it on my desktop and I can go down by pressing a button. I can come back up again. I can go left. I can go right. So I'm getting control of the camera, but that's simple controls. If I do this and I zoom out once and I zoom out twice and I go to 90 degrees, I just need to close that. This is what I look like. Okay, this is how I appear to the camera. This is without changing anything. The thing about a camera is you cannot change the settings on the camera itself. If I took the Brio down from up there and tried to change it, I can't. The only way you can actually change what a camera is doing is by downloading the software. And the software in this case is Logitech Capture. Otherwise, you'll get the camera's default settings, which is this. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, but you can do better. And if you don't get the software, then you're only using about 10% of what your camera can do. Because I can basically zoom in once, zoom in twice, and go to 78 degrees. That's it. So I've just pressed 3 buttons and I'm now on screen as I want to be on screen. Headroom, yeah, at the top, headroom. Roughly speaking, in the center of the screen, yeah. That's basically what I'm aiming for. And the other thing is, I don't want you to see what's in the background. Okay, because my office can get untidy at times. This is the thing. Having control of the camera, I can just come in like that and go to 78 degrees, 3 buttons. We said it can do 65 as well. If I go 65, then I'm going too close to the screen. I do like to have some sort of background. So you've got the all-in-one PC over there. And this is the way that I actually like it, because it's all about getting comfortable on camera. You want to be comfortable on camera. It's versatile mounting. Now, with any camera out the box, just a minute. Just let me get my demonstration piece down. Most cameras have, I'll just open this up so you can actually see it. Most cameras have a lip like that, which goes over the back of your monitor, and then you just clamp it into place. Alternatively, most webcams now also have, I'll show you first. Let me come back here. Most cameras also have a thread on the bottom, right? Now, once you've got the thread, you can take that and you can put it onto a tripod. Now, the tripod you're looking at, just let me move the microphone a moment. Probably still be able to hear me. Let me move the microphone over there. Right. So I want you to see the tripod. There you are. There's the tripod. Let me go down in the carousel. And this is the most stylish tripod I have found. It is basically so well designed. And if I go here and here, I actually pressed the wrong button. The stand that you're looking at, which is this one, is the Lume Cube stand. Now, Lume are known for lighting. This stand has 3 lockable feet. It has a central tube 12 to 30 inches, and on top it has a ball joint. Now, this is ideal for a webcam or for lighting. And if you've got your webcam and it's got a thread, then you can attach your camera to this beautiful Lume Cube stand, which is $34.99. Okay. If you're wondering about the snake going across the top of the screen where Corinda is living, Corinda is now back over on Facebook, and Corinda is testing from Facebook. Thank you, Corinda. All you need to do is comment, and no doubt that at some point Corinda will actually comment from Amazon as well, which should be good. Right, okay, now my good friend has arrived. It's time for me to come on screen. My good friend Seabass has arrived, and Seabass is saying, good morning. Good morning, nice to see you, and you are most definitely now at the head of the snake. Okay, so your quid's in. Okay, so the stand that we're looking at is this Lume Cube stand. This is an Oberspot tiny camera, which I'm going to show you later. Let's do a quick tour of the desktop while we're here. This is a USB, 7 ports, and 4 recharging ports. We've got the Treblab HD77 portable Wi-Fi speaker, Bluetooth speaker. We've got a thank you, which is to me, which is from OneStream. So thank you for the thank you, OneStream. Behind that is an Echo Dot. This is TP-Link Deco Wi-Fi, which I'll feature later. Then you've got the Treblab earbuds, and then of course, I've closed the case now, not that you can see them. There is the Stream Deck, which we'll be talking about. There are the AfterShokz headphones. There's the most beautiful leather case for your Apple 11 or 12 or your Samsung Galaxy S22, S23. And then we have the most beautiful Lamical stand on which my iPhone goes like that, and it's absolutely perfect. In actual fact, if I go here, just for a second while we're here, okay, I've got this tablet stand. I'm actually looking for a different stand. Don't worry, we'll get there in a minute. Okay, so that's the Lume Cube stand. That is an Oberspot, which we'll be looking at in a moment. And I'm going to come back to me, and we're going to finish off where we started with the Logitech Brio webcam. Okay, and I can take that off. And I think if I switch the camera on, okay, you're looking, on the left-hand side is Logitech Brio, on the right-hand side is the Oberspot. And in fact, that is an Oberspot. You can see the camera lens, 2-axis gimbal, and the camera body. And you can see the Stream Deck in close-up and the Treblab speaker in close-up as well. All those items are in the carousel. If you scroll the carousel, you'll find them. I'm going to try and get through as many items in the carousel as I can, but there are 39. So if you've got any questions about live broadcasting, about items in the carousel, please do ask. Okay, the next camera is the Nexigo. Now, Nexigo are an American company. I'm just going to change for a moment. So whilst I'm changing cameras, let me go here and here. So I'm changing cameras while I'm showing you that on screen. I'm going to come back now. And this is the Nexigo N970p. Okay, now I've got 3 cameras on top of my monitor. Got the Nexigo, the Brio, and the Oberspot. And I'm trying to look at the right camera, which would be, in this case, the Nexigo. And if I bring this up on screen, one of the things to know about the Nexigo, I'll take myself off full screen and bring this in. This is the Nexigo Zoom certified camera. Well, it will be in a second, just a minute. Right, that is the Nexigo Zoom certified camera. Let's just switch that camera off. And there you are. If we go like this, I'm experimenting, just a minute. Just let me change something. I'm going to get this right. Okay, and come here and apply. You should now be able to see me, the card, and the camera. Job done. Okay, if you're watching live on YouTube, then the link to the camera has been posted. If you're watching live on Facebook, the link to the camera has been posted there too. Okay. So we're talking about a Nexigo Zoom certified N970p 4K webcam, onboard flash memory, AI powered. So let's take a closer look. And if I come here, Okay, this is the webcam itself that you're actually looking at. So I'm going to take that off. Okay, and that's for Facebook. If you're on Amazon Live, thank you. You just need to click the button in the carousel to find out more information. That's the way to do it. So we're now talking about the Nexigo 970p. Now, Nexigo are an American company. They're based just outside Seattle. They are electronic retailers of broadcasting equipment. And 3 years ago, they decided there was a gap in the webcam market, and they created a range of 15 cameras, of which the N970p is one. And I got this camera for one reason: the quality of the picture. I mean, I know you're watching in 720p now, 720, 1080, 4K resolution. Higher the resolution, the clearer the picture. But this is just the best picture I've seen on a webcam. You know, when you're looking around and you in the box seat here, you can watch thousands of broadcasters on Amazon Live. Everyone may have a different camera. If somebody has a camera or you like the look of the picture, then just ask them which camera they're using and they will tell you. They may also give you the link to the Amazon page. So we are looking at, I need to go down here. I've got my prompts. This is the Nexigo N970p webcam. It's one of 15 webcams by Nexigo. They range in price from $60 to $151.99, which reminds me, just a minute. The Nexigo today, $151.99 is 20% off. So there's a 20% discount on the Nexigo that you're looking at now today, which means it's $151.99 instead of $189.99. So $38 saving on this webcam today. So why? Why should you get it? First of all, this is not just, I mean, it's perfect for an individual like me today. I can just look at the camera. But just notice something. I just want you to notice something. I put this full screen for a moment. Okay. It is 7 inches wide. Yeah, it does come with remote control, which I'll show you in a moment. It can go over the back of your monitor, but it's just, it is just an amazing camera. And the high quality of the picture speaks to that. Just a minute, I've got a camera. This camera I was using to demonstrate a moment ago. Just let me put it somewhere safe. Okay, so let's talk about the Nexigo N970p. It is Zoom certified, so it's fine for Zoom meetings. It's got onboard flash memory. This is important. Using the software and the remote control, which I'll show you in a minute, you can preset up to 10 different positions for this camera, and you can then flick between them. You can also set basically anything to do with the camera, which I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, actual fact, I'll show you in a sec. So just bear with me. The onboard flash memory remembers the settings that you change, and if you take the camera to another computer, everything still works. Yeah, you don't have to start again. All the setup that you've done will still work. It's got AI powered auto framing. Basically, it's got facial recognition, which means that it can adjust the number of people who are actually in the meeting. So one person is looking at me. 3 people, it will have a wider field of view and it will show 3 people. Let's just go here. You'll have a wider field of view and it will show 3 people. That's better. Oh, wait a minute. I knew this would happen at some point. Just bear with me a second. It won't take a second. I just need to go there and there. That's better. Okay. It will go 1 person, 3 people, 5 people, and it recognizes your face. So it will expand its field of view. You don't need to do anything. If you're sat alone and somebody joins you, it will expand. If somebody else joins you, it will expand even further, and it will keep expanding until it's reached its full field of view. From an operator's point of view, organizing a conference, it makes things very simple because you can also use the remote control, that remote control. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones. Now, it is what you want to do is set up the camera on a tripod in the center of the conference table. Remember this tripod? This is the Loom Cube stand. So you put the camera on there. Okay. And then you've got one camera looking at 5 people with one microphone, noise cancelling microphone. So in actual fact, again, if the dog barks, nobody will hear the dog. Background noise has disappeared. I'm using noise cancelling software at the moment. Okay. The Nexigo, American-made camera, works with Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and Google. Again, there are a range of 15 cameras, basically $60 through to $152 today, to suit all, basically suit everybody, really. All right, now this is the key. This is why the picture is so good. The N970p is built with a Sony CMOS processor, which features up to 3840 by 2160 UHD resolution. 3840 by 2160 is 4K. I know it's less, that's 4K, 3840 by 2160, ultra high definition. The 30 frames per second part is when we're doing a web browser. Okay. Now, it will directly save the settings. So you can move the camera from one computer to another. Okay. And it has advanced face detection. I've talked about that. Basically, it can go 1 person, 3 people, or 5 people, or 2, 4, 6. I mean, I'm not going to differentiate. And it's got a remote. Shall we take a look at the remote? Because it's got 10 times digital zoom. Okay, so we're going to use this remote. I'm going to stop the snake for a moment. If you want to be on the snake, then all you need to do, I'm going to bring the snake back after this bit. Okay, so the snake will be back. Okay, so this is the remote control supplied with the Nexigo. Takes 2 AAA batteries and it just works. Okay, now you can have up to 10 different presets by pressing the preset button and then selecting a number. So I've got preset 1, which is me. Got preset 2, which is the real me. Okay, this is my studio. You can see the books, you can see the Samsung all-in-one PC, you can see the beautiful leather case we talked about earlier. And all I'm doing is actually using the presets. So I can go back to me just by pressing a button. I've set this up, I can change it at any time, but I can go to the right, to the bookcase. I can go to the left, and there's the monitor, and then I can come back to me. At any time I can press, it's like a TV remote control. At any time I can press the home button and it will zoom out to the default setting. Okay, now on your TV, you've got a remote, but you also have this. You've got an on-screen menu. Now, this is the first time I've seen this in a webcam. This allows you to control on screen. I know you can see this. You can control the exposure. So it's automatic mode at the moment. If I go there, it goes to manual mode, so I go darker. I can also go SAE, I can go bright. That's a bit bright, isn't it? Okay, and I can go automatic. So I'm going to leave that on automatic. Okay, and I'm going to go back here. The next thing you can control is the color. Now at the moment, just like a TV, it's on automatic and it's actually controlling how I look on screen, the color. So if I go here, you notice that I've changed color somewhat. And this means that I could now go and I can change the colors. Okay. And I can experiment. Or I can say, just a minute, let's go back to automatic. Right, so we're back to automatic. So you can change that, and you can set the colors. Let's go back to the menu and image. You can change the brightness, you can change the contrast. Remember, the cameras, all the settings are saved in the camera. You can change the contrast, you can change the sharpness. I can flip myself. Yeah. I can also flip myself, and I can be upside down. Okay, now this is weird even to me. So what I'm going to do very quickly is come back the right way around. So you can do that using this remote control. You can go into black and white mode. Okay, so if you've got a need to appear in black and white, you can go into black and white mode. And this is true black and white. This is not sepia. This is black and white. I can come back to color just like that. So I can flick between black and white and color. Sometimes this is useful for emphasis. I can change the gamma setting, and I can change the low light mode, and that's it. But everything, oh, wait a minute. Let's come back to color, shall we? Okay, so you've got, not only have you got remote control, you've got on-screen control as well, which makes this, if I go here, this is not only the best picture I've seen on a webcam, quality-wise, yeah, it's also the most easily, no, it's most easily customized. That's the word I was looking for. Customize. You can customize this camera to suit yourself. Every change you make is recorded in the camera. You can take this camera to another location, plug it in, and all your settings will work, and your remote will do exactly the same things away from home as it does at home. Remember, this camera is perfect for solo mode, but it's also designed as a conference camera for 3, 5 people, and in that case, you mount it on a tripod and you put it on a conference table. Okay, it's simple and straightforward to do. Okay, back to me. Okay, so we've been looking at, if I take myself off solo, we've been looking at the Nexigo. I say the thing to remember is this camera is 7 inches wide. Okay, now let's go here and just shrink that. Okay, so we've looked at the Nexigo camera, and all I can say is it's quality, American made, based in Seattle, and I love the Nexigo range of cameras. Right, I just need to go here. Well, I'm going to hide that card. What I'm going to show you next is this. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is the Obspot Tiny. Now, this is the third of my cameras today, and I love this camera. And if you're watching on Facebook, if you click my affiliate link, then you can basically check out the camera now. Okay, if you're watching on Amazon Live, just click the link. Now I'm just going to make a change here. Just forgive me for a moment. We're going to go back to the Brio. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm back on the Brio camera. That is the Obspot. In fact, if I go here, I can say without fear of contradiction that that's the Obspot picture, and that's down here. That's the Obspot camera. So shall we bring the Obspot camera up on screen? Now, the thing about the Obspot camera is today it is $149. It's a 25% discount for the Obspot Tiny camera. You're looking at it right now. And I'm going to give you a full demonstration of what the Obspot camera can do. This is a PTZ camera. Pan, tilt both ways, and zoom. PTZ. And as far as a PTZ camera, to get a PTZ camera for $149 is very good value. And I got this camera early last year, and I just love it. I love what it can do. I'll give you a demonstration of what the camera can do after I've shown you the main features. So let's look at the main features of the OBSBOT Tiny camera. So it's the OBSBOT Tiny PTZ, and I best go here. I don't want to confuse you. Let's use the camera, right? So you're now looking at the OBSBOT Tiny PTZ camera. This is the one. And it's got AI-powered framing and gesture control. It is a full 1080p webcam, and it's got dual omnidirectional microphones, a 90-degree wide angle, but because it's, well, let's just look at it. I can show you it. It's here. This is it. It's a tiny webcam. It's about 2.5, sort of 3 inches. You've got the lens on top. You've got a 2-axis gimbal, and that axis gimbal means it can move sideways. It can also move up and down. Okay, and that's what makes it so powerful. Come back to me for a second. Okay, so 90-degree wide angle, but it is on a gimbal. Low light correction. If I turn my lights off, just give me a second, then I will go darker. The camera is compensating for that, and now I'm coming back and the light is back on and you can see me. It is an AI-powered PTZ camera, as I said a moment ago. AI, artificial intelligence, and well, it's just, well, I'm going to show you rather than talk for England. Privacy controls. Basically, you can get it to shut down. If you don't use it for 5 minutes, it'll shut down, or 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. It's got a sleep mode, which is what we just talked about. It's got 3 preset positions. It can go from me to the desktop to the all-in-one PC. So you can see it's going through quite a wide angle. Picture on the wall is of Avebury Stone Circle. Back to me. I just love for using the camera. All right, next item, it's got headroom. Headroom is the bit above your head. Don't go on camera looking like this. Yeah, do have headroom. Okay, and I'm just making sure we're on the right camera. Yeah. Yes, we are. Okay, it's got face auto exposure. So the reason that basically it can recognize faces and it can get the lighting just right. It's got noise reduction, not noise cancellation. It's got a fast motion mode. So if people are running, it can actually track people running. The auto sleep mode we've looked at a moment ago. It is on a 2-axis gimbal. It's got a magnetic mount. You can either put it on a tripod or you can put it on top of your desk. And I'm using noise cancellation today. Noise cancellation I'm using is Crisp.ai. Okay, now I just want to change cameras. So let me go back here. I'm going to go here. And because we're talking about, because I've got 2 OBSBOTs, so I want to show you the OBSBOT that's down in the carousel. And we should be back in a minute. Okay, just give me a second. Right, and come to me. Right, you're now watching the OBSBOT that is down in the carousel at $149. This is it. I've got this one set up on the LumeCube tripod, which you saw a moment earlier. And the reason for setting it on a tripod is, well, it's simple and straightforward. If you look, if I take you here, right, this is my BenQ monitor. I'm going to switch the light off for a moment. This is my BenQ monitor, and you can see the OBSBOT 4K, you can see the Logitech Brio, and you can see the Nexigo. Okay, and the Logitech LitraGlow light. Now, the thing is that normally, if I'm broadcasting, you're tempted to look at the screen here, yeah? Well, in actual fact, you should be looking directly into the camera. But to look at those, you've got to look up. Now, this is a learned skill because the magic comes. If you want to give a good presentation on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, you need to look at the camera, look directly into the camera. Because this is on a tripod, I can look directly into the camera. I can ignore everything else that's going on, and I can relax because I'm not looking up. I'm not looking to the side. I'm looking straight ahead. The camera is pointing straight at me. If you've not tried putting your webcam, your current webcam, on a tripod, do so, because it's a different experience. It is freeing, yeah, because I can move about and I'm still looking at the camera, and it's more natural because it's at the right height. It's actually at eye level. Okay, this is not a feature of the Obspot, except that this Obspot, just to say, is on a tripod rather than being on the top of a monitor. Okay, so I just love the versatility of the Obspot because I can go from me to the monitor, and then I can take you over to my Microsoft Surface Book 2. Just let me get rid of that. There's my Microsoft Surface Book 2. That's what's powering this broadcast. Okay, the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Right, but if I come back here, and I'm going to go to me, this is why I love the Obspot. It's perfect picture, 1080p, 720p. But it's not a static camera. I'll show you. If I move back, yeah, and I stand up, then what's going to happen is that the camera is going to follow me, and it's going to give me headroom, and it's going to put me in the center of the screen. As I move around the office, yeah, without tripping over, hopefully, then the Obspot is actually going to follow me as I walk around. Yeah. And it's going to keep me in focus. It's going to keep me in the center. It's going to keep me with headroom. Now, this is ideal for basically for teaching. If you want to record a lecture where the teacher is writing and moving on the whiteboard, then you can do so. Yeah. You can record in-class lectures. And every time the teacher moves, the camera will move with them. Okay. And this is a great way to present. Talking of which, as I'm stood up, okay, let's do this. I'm going to go over here. So let me just click the carousel a moment. You're watching the Obspot, and we're going to stay with the Obspot. What I want to talk about now is down in the carousel. I'm just looking for it. Just a minute. Just a minute. If I sit down again, just a minute. I'm just looking for something. Okay, we're taking a slight segue. Okay. The thing is that because I'm stood up, yeah, it makes it easier. Let's just put this out of the way. It makes it easier for me to present. Okay, because I've got total freedom. Okay, down in the carousel at the moment, you'll see these. These are Aftershokz headphones. And I use these every weekday because I go out for a walk, 11:30 in the morning, I go out for a walk. I put these on. I pair them with my mobile phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra down in the carousel. And I go out for a walk, 4 or 5 miles, listening to rock music. These headphones are brilliant. Aftershokz. They are lightweight. They weigh 28 grams. You put them on and you forget you're wearing them. If I turn sideways now, hopefully this will work, then you can see that they go over your ear, not in your ear. And this is important because that's a safety feature. Because with these on, you can talk to the person next to you and you can hear each other. You can hold a conversation. You can see the traffic in front of you, obviously, but you can hear it, and you can hear the traffic behind you. In fact, you can hear everything all around you because your ears are still open and working. As far as the technology is concerned, the vibrations from the speakers in the headphones goes through your cheekbones and to your ear canal. And your inner ear canal, your inner ear, which is where everything ends up. Sound-wise, I mean, I go out listening to rock music, Def Leppard, Stones, Springsteen, you name it, and it's beautiful sound, high quality sound. it's just good. It's just good. Now, I live in the UK, and that means that these have to be waterproof. They are coated. Yeah. They've got a waterproof coating to IP67. You can use these for walking, jogging, running, and cycling. Don't go swimming with them on, though. Therefore, you can do. When you put them on, you've got an on-off switch. Okay, so you switch them on, and basically what you do then, I'm going to switch these on now. Okay, let me go here. Welcome to Aftershocks. Now, this may or may not work because, unfortunately, I have paired. So I'm loading Amazon Music, and I'm going to go to my likes. I'm going to press play, and you can't hear this, but I am now listening to Spirit in the Sky. So, sorry if I shouted then. So basically, with the headphones on, you can listen to Amazon Music. You could even listen to Spotify if you wanted, or you can listen to your favorite podcast whilst you're out and about. Now, one of the things about these headphones, and this is the second pair of Aftershocks I've had, is leakage. In other words, if you've got these headphones on, can people hear the music? Now, I was so excited when I got this headset that I started playing Rolling Stones, and I went into Angelica's office and I said, Angelica, can you hear what I'm listening to? Angelica said no, and she's only about 4 foot away from me. And we have to get fairly close for Angelica to hear me. The leakage on this headset is small. Yeah. So when you've got these headphones on, unless somebody's really close to you, they're not going to hear what you're listening to. Okay. Now, as far as controls are concerned, you've got the standard controls. You've got on off, and it gives you the power setting when you switch them on. You have the ability to skip a track, to increase volume, decrease volume. You can take a phone call with one click. You can make a phone call using voice dial. Sound quality is good. They are waterproof. They're my favorite headphones, and I forget I'm wearing them, so I'm going to leave them on. Okay, so they're down in the carousel now, and oh, wait a minute. I need to sit down for this. Just a minute. Whilst I'm sitting down, just take another look at my monitor. Okay, so we're coming back around, and I'm going to sit down now over here. Good. And I can say that the Aftershocks today are on discount. There's 12% off. If you get the Aftershocks, you'll save 12% today, which is a good saving to have. Okay, so let's come back to here, and we were talking about, before I got carried away, we're talking about the OBSBot Tiny 4K, which is down in the carousel. Just to finish it off, I think we've talked about everything. I'll come back to me. Okay. So remember, just this is a 1080p 720p camera. It is a conference camera. It's got the microphones built in. And the thing about it's a fun camera because it follows you. So I can sit down like this, eye level, looking directly at the camera, and it works perfectly. I can relax sat down because I'm not having to learn something. Looking straight ahead is normal. It's got 3 preset positions. It has the ability to actually track you. It has a fast track mode, so you can actually track people who are moving. Just do the facial recognition first, and then they can set off running, zigzagging all over the place. And it's so smooth when it actually goes from spot A to spot B. I just love it. I think it's the most flexible camera in the cameras that I've seen. PTZ cameras normally cost in excess of $149. They truly do. PTZ cameras can be, this is a sophisticated pan, tilt, and zoom camera, PTZ, and it just works. It's easy to control. You've got the software to control it, and you can have 3 presets. And without doing anything, I can get the camera to track me by going like that. Stop tracking me by going like that. I can zoom in. May not work. sometimes. Well, no, it works all the time, of course. But it's 2x zoom. It's 1080p. It's on a twin axis gimbal, and it's my favorite camera. Okay, back to me. Okay, so we've looked at 3 cameras. Okay, so let's just recap. If I bring this on screen, I go that way and go that way. So we looked at Logitech Brio. If you're down in the carousel, we've looked at, wait a minute, hang on. I need to take that. Right, okay, take that one off, and I can put this one on. We've looked at the Nexigo, which is the American designed camera, and I'm getting the hang of this now. This is a new feature. I'm broadcasting from, and I work for BeLive. Okay, BeLive, and I've got some new features in my BeLive studio, and I'm just getting to grips with them. So Nexigo, and then we've just looked at, if I go here, the Oswald Tiny PTZ webcam. So those are the 3 items we've looked at. We've also looked at, if I go here, and I'm going to keep going. Give me a second. I'll get there in a second. So I can hide that. We've looked at the Aftershokz Aeropex headphones, again, down in the carousel. And next, going here, I've got a comment come in, and Crinder's found me again. We've also looked at, oh, wait a minute, let me just hide that. Crinder's comment's going to come in. Crinder's saying, hey, Stephen, what? That's going to scroll. We'll just wait a second for that to scroll. Crinder, thanks for joining. Crinder's a good friend from Staines in Middlesex. What happened there? I don't know where there is, Corinder. Hopefully, what happened there? I don't know. Not enough information, Corinder. I don't know where you're speaking of. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Or is that a new feature? This is a new feature. In my BeLive studio, we looked at the LumeCube 30-inch adjustable stand, 12 to 30 inches, with the ball joint on top, means you can put lighting on there. And if we look now, I just love, if I go, no, I can't. Just a minute, I need to make a change. Just give me a second. I'm just changing my set. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I'm changing my set, and Corinda's back. I think I've got a question from Corinda. So I'm going to, so the LumeCube stand, I just love the design of it. It's just a beautiful design. Okay, and I just want to go here and here, and we can look at, if I go, wait a minute, I just need to do something. Just give me a second. If I go here and I bring this on screen. Okay, this is a real LumeCube. This is not a picture of a LumeCube. This is it. So if I put that on screen with this on screen, we've got the card and the product. And that's the first, to actually show the card on screen, the product on screen at the same time. Now, this is a feature of BeLive, and it will be refined as time goes on, but I think it's quite nifty. Nifty is a good word. Over to Corinda. I think you may have to ask Corinda. I think at this stage you may have to ask. So we can get this card on screen. Yeah, like the Fovetek green screen with the information. You may have to ask Corinda. I know the BeLive crew have got it. Okay, so it's basic. I think we're just testing at the moment, Corinda. It will be released, but for the moment, if you contact support or the BeLive Close Focus group, you should be able to get access to it. and then you can use it in your Amazon Live broadcasts. But it's a great feature to have, because it means I can now go on to, and I'm going to go here. I've run out of cameras. Oh, no, I haven't. I've got one more camera. Okay. Down in the carousel at the moment, if I go here, I'm just trying to work this out. There it is. Down in the carousel at the moment is Logitech C920X. And I'm going to talk about that because this is the ideal first camera. Okay, if you know somebody who's getting into Zoom or Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and they want an external web camera, this is the ideal first one to get. I've got to say, we get from Amazon, we get information about the cameras that we actually sell, the webcams, and this camera here last year was my most popular sale. I sold quite a few. Okay. So just a reminder, if I take the logo off screen, because you are watching Stephen on the live, so let's go over here, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to switch the logo off. I'm going to replace it. Okay, so you're watching Stephen Healy live from the UK, and we're just talking about Logitech C920X camera, which is the ideal first camera. Now, I want to go back a bit. I've been live broadcasting since before Amazon Live was a thing, before Facebook Live was a thing. I've been broadcasting for 8 years. And it's the greatest thing you could do. If you want to tell your story, if you want to reach people, live video is the way to do it. And you need a good camera to do that. Now, before Facebook Live, there's a group of us who were going live privately, and we wanted to up our game. We wanted to improve our game. We wanted a better picture, and we wanted an external microphone. This is here, a real live Logitech C920X. Now, the thing about this one is that this is 8 years old. So the first thing is quality. Yeah, it is a quality build. This has lasted 8 years and it works as new. When you take it out of the box, you just lift it like that and you put that lip there over the back of your monitor. You plug the other end into your computer. That's it. That's all you need to do. Over the monitor, into the computer, and so many millions of this camera have been sold that it's recognized straight away and it will work straight away out of the box. And it's ideal for beginners. It's an ideal present for anybody, anytime. It is. Let's go through the main features. If I go back here and I go to the C920X, it's the Logitech C920X. The X stands for extra. It is full 1080p 720. Okay, it has a piece of software which I've shown you already, but it's also got clear stereo audio from the two microphones. It's got HD light auto correction. The unfortunate thing is I haven't got this plugged in, so I can't demonstrate that. Just let me say that basically if you're using this camera and the lights go, then the camera will auto correct. It's got advanced capture software, which we spoke about earlier in today's broadcast, that allows you to control the camera. And just a point, if you buy a camera, if you buy a microphone, if you buy anything electrical, go to the website of the manufacturer and download the software. You get the best out of what you just bought. And the software, generally speaking, is free. I can see, out of the corner of my eye, I can see a comment from Corinda. So I'm going to wait for Corinda's comment to come in. And XSplit stands for, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm taking that off screen straight away. No, 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 you can't say that, Corinda. I'm not allowing you. I'm not showing it on screen. Corinda knows my script. It has to be said. So it's got low light compensation, and the camera down in the carousel isn't, well, it released 31st of March 2020. It's been updated since then. The software is regularly updated. Yeah, so software is regularly updated, and now I can tell the story. Logitech C920X includes 3-month license to XSplit VCAM background removal, and it does. Now you can see a green screen behind me. Let's go over here. This is the Fovitec green screen that's down in the carousel right now. Background removal is amazing. If I just go here, I can show you. Okay, so let me go here, and I haven't set up for this, so anything can happen. If I press this button, if I disappear in a puff of smoke, then do come find me afterwards. Just a minute. I'm just going to my hard drive, and I'm going to go to artwork. I'm going to change it. In fact, I'm going to disappear in a minute and then come back again. I just need to go here, and I need to go here. Okay. Right, my camera is going to disappear. Yeah, I'm still here. I will still be talking, but my camera is about to disappear. Okay. Right, okay. This is background removal. The green screen has been replaced by an image, and it's magical because you can change the way you actually look so easily. Now I'm going to show you the best piece of Windows software that comes with this camera that does background removal. So let me switch myself back to what I look like normally. Just a minute. Hang on. This should work. Okay, so I'm going to switch. I'm going to say that again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're back to me. How does it work? How does background removal work? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and hopefully over here. I'm going to play a short video. If I go here and here. Right, I'm going to show a short video which explains how background removal works. And as I say, it's included, the software I'm about to show you is included with the C920X camera. Let's go. Oh, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Is Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire in England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCAM, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCAM program. Okay, now you notice the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCAM is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image. And that's it. That's how easy it is to take. So that's how background removal software works. Again, if you have any questions whilst I'm live, please do ask. I want to give just a reminder of what we're talking about today. If I go here and I go here and I'm going to go here. Okay, so your host is Stephen Healy from England. We've been talking about live broadcasting. We looked at Logitech Brio. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, I'll be back again. We'll be talking about a Samsung S22 mobile, which is here. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live. You've been listening to the Blue Yeti microphone. And if I go here, I can show you the Blue Yeti. If I take this off, okay, and I go and hide that. If I hide that, okay. You've been listening throughout this broadcast, you have been listening to. Let's just take that off screen for a moment. And I'm going to go here. And basically, if I just hide that, okay. And I'm going to go picture in picture. Okay, you have been listening to this microphone, which is down in the carousel at the moment, this microphone. If I pull away, you can see this is a Blue Yeti microphone. It's got the gain and volume controls on the front. It is a solid microphone. This is the Rolls Royce of microphones. You're listening to it right now. It's down in the carousel and it is on discount today whilst I'm live. Its price is $134.99 as opposed to $169.99. So the microphone that you're listening to now is 21% off. Whilst we're looking at that, there's something else I want to look at as well. And this is a bugbear of mine. We're actually looking at a powered USB hub. Shall we bring it up on screen? Just a minute. It's this. It's the powered USB 3 hub, which is down in the carousel at the moment. It is $42.99, which is a 7% discount. Okay. Time for a rant and why this is a very useful piece of kit. I'm just going to show it to you. Here it is. That's the USB in real life. I've got 4 cameras and 2 microphones and a light plugged into there. That's the blue point, and then I've got 4 rechargeable for recharging anything that's got a USB-A lead. And if I come back on screen, okay, and I bring this card on screen. If you look at the picture on the left, you will see that there are 7 blue sockets. Those are for USB-A connections, cameras, microphones, lights. The red sockets are recharge sockets for recharging your Fitbit or, well, recharging your Fitbit really. But they are powered switches. So basically, when I start in the morning, I switch all the 7 blue lights on. They're isolated. This plugs into the mains. This is not touching your computer. Yeah. There is 1 lead that goes into computer. Rather than having 7 leads going into computer, it's just got 1. And basically each one of those is powered. So it's not taking anything from the computer itself. And it means that if you plug into this USB socket or one similar, then your computer starts up faster because it's not having to switch on everything. All the cameras are already on, the microphones are on. It's got an easier job. Yeah. And when you come switching your computer off, you can power down everything before you switch off. So it gives you greater control. It's faster loading, it's safer, and it doesn't use any of your computer's resources. Everything works as if it was plugged directly in. That's the next question. Your cameras work, your microphones work. There is no problem at all with using the powered USB that's actually down in the carousel at the moment. Okay, now then, where should we go? We've looked at quite a lot of things today. I've got that and that and that and that. Oh, I've looked at that as well. Right, okay. Now, one of the important things, I said throughout this broadcast that one of the important things is lighting. And if I switch my light, well, I'm going to prove this to you. If I switch my light on, okay. Excuse me a moment. Somebody who's going to join us now is going to wonder what is going on, but I just want to demonstrate something. Without any lights, this doesn't work. It's now after 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK, and without any lights, it's a problem for the camera. It's trying to do its best, but it can't. So what I need to do first of all is I'm going to switch on Logitech LitraGlow light. Now you see what a difference that makes. Yeah, that's just one light. That is the one that's down in the carousel at the moment. That is Logitech LitraGlow. That is providing enough light for me to broadcast live and for you to see me. Yeah. Then we add in the room lights and you can see me as I want to be seen. So lighting is so important. No lighting, you can't broadcast. One light, you can broadcast. Room lights as well, and you can look good on camera. So do remember lighting when you're actually going to broadcast live. Now, Logitech LitraGlow light is, well, I'll show you. This is a Logitech LitraGlow light made by Logitech, who make all the cameras. And if I go solo for a moment, okay, this is Logitech LitraGlow light. It was lighting me a moment ago. Basically, you can put this light on a tripod if you wish. You can twist it off. Otherwise, you can extend it. You can bend it forwards. You can turn it sideways, both ways, and it goes over the back of your monitor like that, or on a tripod. It's a great light. It's what Logitech have now produced another light, which I'm going to take a look at. Right, okay. Now I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live on Amazon Live today. It's always a pleasure to be here. I'm back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.